Today we're going to be doing the 3D text effect in Adobe Illustrator. First step is to figure out what font you would like to use and then type out your text. I'm using a font called Super Sunday that I downloaded from defont.com. I thought it was really cute and nice and bubbly, and I figured it would look really nice as a 3D um, font. So once you type out your words, figure out the layout that you would like. So you'll see me here positioning the words and also playing around with the character settings, bringing the letters closer together. However you would like to see this look, this is where you do that. So once I've gotten all the words positioned where I want them, then I go in and change the color. Now to add some dimension to this design, I'm going to take the pencil tool and just draw some doodles. They don't have to be perfect, they're just little doodles that we're just going to add to the design. Next, you'll see me using the smoothing tool to smooth out the edges of the shapes that I created. This is optional if you want to do this. Because I like to have multiple versions of my designs, I'm going to select all of the layers and then copy and paste them into another artboard. While we still have the layers selected, we're going to go to Object, Expand, make sure that Object and Fill is selected, then click OK. And then we're going to group the layers together. And you'll see me doing that on both sides. I'm highlighting the layers again, going to Object. I'm going to click on Expand, make sure Object and Fill is selected, then click OK. Then I'm going to go to the rectangle tool and I'm going to draw this behind the text layer. This is so that way we get that three-dimensional pillow effect that you'll see at the end. Then I'm going to adjust the color. Next, we're going to highlight all of the text and shapes on the right side and click on 3D and materials. You'll find this in the effect menu, or you can go to the window menu and select 3D and materials. Once you see that pop up in the panel, you're going to make sure that object is selected and click on the inflate button. This is going to give you that three-dimensional effect. Once you've done that, then you're going to click on materials and make sure that the default effect is selected. Then you're going to scroll down to where it says base properties And here is where you can adjust the roughness and the metallic effect. So basically, if you want it to be more on the glossy side, then you're going to decrease the roughness to 0 or a lower setting, and then increase the setting for the metallic effect up so that way it makes it more glossy. Next, you're going to click on lighting, and you'll see me adjusting the height and the intensity levels. And this is just so that way it gives the brightness or darkness that I'm looking for, all based on preference. And then you'll see me hit the shadow toggle switch to on. And then I'm going to adjust this based on my preference as well. Ultimately, I did decide not to have a shadow just because it did cut off the edges of my shape. So now we're moving on to the other side of the design. And what you'll see me doing here is I selected all of the layers, including the rectangle shape in the back. What you're going to need to do is group these layers together. Make sure you have them grouped before you move on to the 3D effect. Now you're going to go back to the 3D and materials panel, hit object, and then hit inflate. So you could leave your design just like this. However, I want my shapes to protrude out a little more, as well as the text. So I'm going to go under the lighting settings, and I'm going to adjust the height, and I'm also going to adjust the rotation. This is all based on what your preference is and what you would like to see for your design. So just do this until you're satisfied. Now that I'm satisfied with this look, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the material settings. Remember to keep the default setting on for the base materials, and then go down to base properties and adjust your roughness based on how glossy or not glossy you'd like it. And then adjust your metallic setting as well. So you'll see me playing around with those two settings, and then going back to lighting to adjust the brightness of the design. Because once you adjust the metallic setting, it does darken up the photo the higher up you go with it. So if you like the level of metallic that you have, just go to the intensity section under lighting and adjust that so that you have the brightness you're looking for. If your image is showing up blurry, what you're going to do is click on this little icon drop down menu, toggle the ray tracing to on, adjust your quality to high, and then click on where it says raster settings and change your resolution to 300. And then you're just going to click OK and then hit render. This will make the image more quality and crisp when you zoom in.